Hi, folks, and thanks for joining us today in our Let's Talk Career series. Today, we have our guest, Garvey Simms. He's going to be chatting with us and sharing his journey as a barber. And for those of you who may be interested in getting into a career like this or thinking about changing your career, he'll give you a personal perspective on what his choices were and his journey into this career. So today, thank you, Garvey, for agreeing to be our guest today on Let's Talk Careers.
Thank you for having me.
So can you tell me a little bit about what your job is?
I'm a barber, and I've been doing this now for about 25 years.
Wow.
I know some people said I don't look that old, but yeah. I started early back home in Jamaica. I started about 14 years old. Started like cutting friends, family, and the more you do it, the better you get at it.
Mm-hmm.
And after doing it for a number of years, I migrated to Canada in 2005.
Mm-hmm.
And my original plan was to be a welder.
Okay.
And I went to Mohawk College. I became a certified welder operator. But during that time, I was always working in a barbershop in Hamilton, Frontline Unisex, hair design. And I realized quickly once you build up enough clients, it's very lucrative.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided at the time to stick with barbering and put the welding on hold, even though I finished school and all of that. And I decided I like what I'm doing. I love what I'm doing mainly because it's not just about the cut when you get as deep into it as I am currently. You realize that people talk to you a lot about things that you wouldn't expect.
Mm-hmm.
And I grew up in church, and I realized that having someone to talk to goes a long way, a very long way, more than a lot of people would think. And people talk to their barbers more than people would think too. So I fell in love with not just the craft aspect of it,
Mm-hmm.
but the socialization part too. Because I'm not known as a talker, but I do talk once the conversation is interesting.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why I decided I'm gonna stay with it. One, I'm good at what I do, and it's not being cocky. I'm good at what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I get to meet different people every single day, different backgrounds, different beliefs, different religions, different races, people with differences of opinion. And I
Mm-hmm.
learn to relate with them, even on differences of opinion. We might not agree on what we're talking about or discussing, but we can talk about it and laugh about it. And at the end of the haircut, most of the times I would get a thank you and I hope I get to see you again sometime. And sometimes I realize, to be honest with you, Catherine, it's not even just about the haircut, it's just to come back and talk again.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, so yeah. And I decided last year I wanted to have my own shop.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to start a franchise, take it to the next level other than just working in a barber shop. Kind of get to spread and share my experience with different people outside just the city that I was working in.
Mm-hmm.
So I opened the shop here in Brantford, Simms on here, beauty supplies and hair design, and it's been going pretty good. Getting new clients more and more every day,
Mm-hmm.
and still, exercising the socialization part of it and extending my craft as well. Because what I do, I cut females and males, and it doesn't matter the hair type, the texture, the style.
Mm-hmm.
I've extended my talents enough where I could do it all. And as I said, I love the conversation piece about it too. Because sometimes you get to talk to females and have conversations with them that it blows your mind. A man and a woman could have that kind
Mm-hmm.
of conversation during a haircut.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, so just stuff like that. Why I choose this spot, and I think I'm gonna be on it for the rest of my life. To be honest,
It's awesome. Yeah, because it's more than just a haircut. I
it
truly believe
is
that.
more than a haircut.
That's awesome. So did you go to school to like master your craft? Like, did you have to take some kind of training to, to perform differently or do, haircuts differently?
Surprisingly, no.
No, you
No,
just taught yourself?
it was all self-taught because I started
Awesome.
at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
And growing up in Jamaica, some people would think you would see mainly black people, but there's white folks, Chinese, Indians.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to like practice on different type of textures and hairstyle because not everybody wants the same thing,
No.
and coming to Canada, wow, it becomes more diverse because Canada is
Yes.
like, wow, I've never seen a country like this, to be honest, where you have pretty much every race on the same street. And the shop
Mm-hmm.
where I used to work at in Hamilton, you'd go through a whole day sometimes and you don't see a African American, let's put it that way, walking into that shop. There's
Mm-hmm.
like whites and Chinese and Indians and all different races coming in. So you have to be diverse
Yeah.
in a simple term to make money. So you have to. And I watch some YouTube videos that helps too, and learn
Mm-hmm.
from guys who have been in the business for a while. And some of the other barbers that I was working with, they're older than me. They've been in the business for a long time. So we share tips and stuff with each other, and they would show me how to do things that I didn't know how to do coming fresh from Jamaica.
Okay.
And adding that to what I've already had helped me a lot along the way. And
Mm-hmm.
you're never too old to learn.
Pardon?
You're never too old to learn
Yeah,
new stuff.
exactly.
But one of the
Yeah.
things is like learning it and exercising it is two different things. Just
Mm-hmm.
to say, okay, I know how to do it and actually do it on a daily basis is two different things. So I learn how to do like, especially like wet cuts, like cuts with scissors and stuff, because in Jamaica you use mostly machines and stuff. So
Yeah.
sometimes you'd have a client sit in your chair and say, hey, no machines, but he wants a fade, and you're like, ooh, it's game on
Okay.
now. So, that's where all those extra things that you learn
Yeah.
comes in. When you apply them with what you already have and expand your craft, and just me, it works.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So you were mentioning something about beauty supplies. Is that also like an entity of what you're doing or?
Yes, we carry a wide range of hair supplies,
Mm-hmm.
different hairs and like shampoos, conditioners, coloring, texturizers, pretty much anything you would need for your hair.
Okay.
So it's not just barbershop. We didn't want to do just a barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
Barbershop slash hair salon and a beauty supply store.
That's pretty unique. That's awesome. And it's in Brantford?
It's in Brantford, 340
Brantford.
Henry Street, Unit 16.
Okay. I can post that on our social media when I post the link as well, if anybody's interested. And you have, do you have a website set up that people could
Not
visit?
yet. We're currently
Working
working.
on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we have like Instagram and Facebook.
Okay. That's good. I mean, that's what most people are using for their social media anyway. So do
Yeah.
you have a few people working with you or are you alone right now?
Alone right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, until I find some barbers who I could train people to, like if they're
Mm-hmm.
apprentices and stuff. But for now, I would really love to have someone who's already a pro at it. But
Mm-hmm.
in today's world, most of the pros already have their own shop or they're already working.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're open to training people too as well.
That's awesome. That's amazing. That's amazing. And how has COVID affected what you're doing right now? Has it been a struggle for you, or have you found a way to still
It's
manage?
We're still managing, but it's still a struggle because we opened Sims on here the last week in February.
Oh, okay. So pretty
Yeah.
close to, oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
so we got like a punch in the gut right after that, and
Yeah.
you're closed basically for 4 months. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it's a brand new business,
Yeah.
and yeah, that it was tough. But
Yeah.
coming out of that, my old clients still sticked with me, and surprisingly, I have guys driving from Hamilton as far as Toronto,
Wow.
Niagara Falls.
That says a lot for your talent if they're driving to come and see you. That's
Yeah, I
amazing.
love my clients, and I
Yeah.
appreciate every one of them. And if they're listening, and now I just want to tell them thank you for
That's
being with
awesome.
me throughout the years, and I couldn't have done it without them.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I appreciate every single one of them, from the babies to the adults. You know, yeah. But COVID did affect business
Yeah.
big time, and I think pretty much every business out there, it had impacted them
Mm-hmm.
somewhat or the other. And for barbers and hair salons, my heart goes out to every single barber and
Mm-hmm.
hairstylist in Canada right now and over the world, because from what I've seen on the news and what I've heard so far is like basically every time there's a shutdown, they're first.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, barbers and hairstylists are hurting right now. So whatever assistance we can get from the government is good,
Mm-hmm.
because we're needed. Everyone needs a haircut.
Yep.
During the lockdown, I think people realize how important barbers are. But
And it's not just the haircut. Again, like you said, it's
definitely
more
not.
than a haircut. It's support. It's community support. And I think this, especially right now, is hugely necessary. We can't, we need we need this support. Everyone is struggling with something, and wherever we can get the help and the support. Not everybody can either afford services or have access. So if it's something like this and you've already engaged and made those connections with the people in your circle, you're giving them support. So it's huge. Yeah.
It is huge. It is huge. And like in that kind of setting too, you find people like they network a lot
Mm-hmm.
in
Yep.
a barber shop. You have guys coming in from different line of business and meeting up another guy who's looking for work.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen that happen a lot over the years. So I know like barbershops are important. We don't really get much recognition for that kind of stuff, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, I've seen it like over the years. And
Yeah.
it does help having barbershops and hair salons around.
Mm-hmm. So it is a necessity service, I guess you can say. And
It is, because for
yeah.
someone, sometimes they would come in and say you give a guy a haircut, and they were having a bad day, a rough day
Mm-hmm.
before they walk in the shop, and after that fresh cut, like their face like it illuminates, like
Mm-hmm.
and their mood it changes, and you can
Yep.
see it on their face, like they feel better, and they would tell you sometimes. And as a barber, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like, okay, I want to do some more. I want to
Mm-hmm.
carry on with this a little bit longer than I originally had planned. You
Mm-hmm.
know, because I've seen barber work way past retirement age, and if you ask them, they're gonna tell you the same thing that I told you. It's not just about here.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. And I've seen enough in social media and that the barbers that like retire but still work. So
They
they
still
can,
work.
yeah, yeah, they
Yeah, because they
continue.
get to go in, talk with their clients, and most of the time, what happens is you become friends with your clients over the years.
Mm-hmm.
You build that kind of relationship even outside of your workplace.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's incredible. Yeah, lifelong friendships, lifelong, community partnerships out there with these type of jobs. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, and with like there are small businesses in your neighborhood too. It helps build your
Mm-hmm.
neighborhood as well. You know,
Yeah,
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 definitely,
yeah, builds community for sure.
definitely.
If you were going to give somebody advice who was thinking about getting into this type of work, what would you suggest? Like, what type of actions would you say would benefit them?
School,
Yep.
definitely. Take the courses that is necessary for you to really learn and
Mm-hmm.
master what you're going to be jumping into before you actually start. Knowledge is key in
Mm-hmm.
any work, any aspect of life. Knowledge is key. So acquire as much of that as you possibly can,
Mm-hmm.
and practice, practice, practice.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, practice is necessary in the barber world, because one thing I know for sure, one bad haircut doesn't stop with that one client, because that one client tell their friend, hey, don't go to him because he's no good, and that
Yeah.
friend tell another friend, and instead you're probably thinking you've lost one client. No, you've lost like 20.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
Yep. Makes sense.
aim to make every haircut perfect. Aim
Mm-hmm.
to satisfy every client, even if it's a 2-year-old baby sitting on a booster seat.
Mm-hmm.
Bring a smile to his face, and he'll be coming back even when he's 20.
It's good advice.
Definitely.
Good advice.
So get the schooling done and practice as much as you can.
Any other advice or tips you want to share with our audience since you're on here?
Well, in any line of work that you want to get into, knowing as much about it
Mm-hmm.
before you start. Even though you go to school, you get the practice in. Communication skills goes a long way in the barber world and in the hairstylist world, or in any aspect of work you can think about. So you got to know the people person skills have to be up there as well too. Sterilization is key, especially now.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That has to be on point, and it's not just sterilizing your tools and your equipment that you need to work, but you got to be clean. Your hands got to be clean, and every customer walking through your door has to sanitize before they even get into the shop.
Mm-hmm.
So tip number one, especially now, cleanliness on all aspects. And sanitize, keep your clothes as clean as you possibly can. Keep your tools, your barbershop, your surrounding as clean as you possibly can. And that will also help to boost business, because no one really wants to step in an environment that is not safe right now.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
That's good advice. Okay, well, thank you, Garvey, for joining us today on Let's Talk Careers, and I wish you well. I'll share your information on our social media for anyone who's interested in learning more about you and your job and your business, and I wish you well, good luck, and have a safe and happy holiday.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for having me on, and
no
have
problem.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year when it gets here.
Thank you. Take care, Garvey.
Right,
thank you so
Take
much.
care.
Bye now.
Bye.